So, you want to make your own Dark Souls game? Well, I think I can help you with that. So, let's just have a quick demonstration. I'll hide the spoilers. And I'll go through a few bits of the kit that I've set up and some of the options and some of the things and features and stuff that you can do. So one of the things I've added recently is the shield. So now if I block, we've got shields in our left hand or our off hand that we can use to move around with. But the main thing that I've done is I've updated the AI and I've updated the way the weapons actually work. So now we've got pixel perfect collision, and we've also got anim notifiers firing off to say when and where the weapon can deal damage. So a good example is with this heavy attack. So if I just try and get this guy locked up, so now we'll do damage on the way down and damage on the way up, which I think is pretty cool. And with the combos, we'll do damage as we sweep backwards and forwards. It's being triggered by animation notifiers. One of the other features that I've added to as well is the weapon switching. So now if you watch, we'll switch weapons and we've got like a nice little animation, and again that fires off on add notifiers. Now obviously one of the things about Dark Souls is move sets, so you'll notice that with the axe equipped we have a drastically different move set to what we have with the sword equipped. And then there's a little sword combo. So now if we switch back to the axe and do that combo again, you'll notice it's very different. So what I'm going to do is going to give you a demonstration of how you go about adding in new weapons to the system and also new animations. Specifically in this case we're going to talk about equipping weapons, but the principle is the same for attacking as well, and I'll show you how the combo system works and all of that really good stuff. It's actually really quite simple and straightforward. So what I've done right away is I've gone and downloaded a new sword model. You can actually ignore these BPs because they're not going to be part of it. I've redone the weapon system, so we don't use those anymore. So now we've got a new sword. We've got sword number 2 added. So let's go ahead and get that added into the game, and it is super simple. So we're going to go to our right hand weapon here, array, in the game instance. We're just going to add another array element, and we're going to add our new sword. It's that simple. And now we can use that sword in the game straight away. So if we go and hit play, this is how automated I've tried to make everything. So we've got our one sword, we've got our axe. Okay, I probably should have done some I didn't check it before. I didn't check the size. Let's have a look at that in game. So yeah, as you can see, I've added this sweet little camera pan and he gets up and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. So let's change weapon. So there's our axe, and that's better. That's more like it. Probably could do with being a bit bigger, but yeah, there we go. We've got it's automatically in the weapon system. And the reason that works that way is because we use this last index. So no matter how many weapons you add to the game, it's always going to cycle them back to 0 once it gets to this last index, which is pretty cool. So now we've got that done, we've also got the equip animation set to an array as well. So if you notice here, we've got 2 different slots for withdrawing swords, but currently we've got the same montage in both of those. So let's go ahead and add a new drawing option, because obviously when we're pulling out an axe, it doesn't make sense for us to be drawing it like a sword, so we're going to get him to pull it from behind him now. So if we jump into the character and into the animations, and we'll go into stationary, which is where I've got the withdrawing sword. I've gone ahead and prepared a withdrawing animation already. For some reason I keep having to reload mixer mode to get the previews back whenever I tab out to Unreal, which is somewhat annoying, and he's going to come back as a T-pose. So we've got this underarm equip animation. So let's go ahead and we'll just download that. We'll do it without the skin and we'll do it to 60 because we've already got the skeleton. So this is how you would get new animations into the game. So let's download that and we'll open it. Or open the containing folder, should I say. We'll bring that into Unreal. And we'll assign it to our character skeleton. And there we go. Now we've got our unarmed equipped montage. So let's just rename this. And we'll do withdrawing. Okay, so now we're sorted. We can just go ahead and we can create an anim montage, which we'll need for the blend space to work properly. And there we go. Now we've got our anim montage. We can jump into our game instance and we can change this to withdrawing axe. And now, because it's all based on the weapon type, so because we're using weapon type 2 and it's the second index, we're gonna withdraw our sorry, no, my mistake. I was getting a step ahead of myself. So what we need to do here is we need to set up this notify for our new animation. So if we jump into the withdrawing the axe animation and the point at which it changes, so let's move this around here a little bit so we can see a bit better, and we want it to be as he puts his hand behind his back, about there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to right click on here and we're going to add a notify, montage notify, and we'll move that to the point. Now the rest of the code is all set up, so all we need to do is name this montage notify to be equipped, and we can save. The whole weapon equipment command is triggered off the notify, so without adding that, it wasn't changing the weapon properly. So there we go. So now when we hit tab, pull out the axe, pull out the sword, pull out the sword, pull out the axe. So there we go. Now we've got it. We've got our swords coming out from our sword pouch, and we've got our axe coming out from behind our back, which I think is pretty cool. And it's that simple and easy to add in new weapons, new animations, and you would do the same for your attack animation. So for example, if we go into our attacks, you bring in your animation, you'd make it into a montage, you'd open up the montage, and then as you can see, I've already done it. You just add the notify when you want the weapon to start dealing damage. We enable the weapon, so you add notify, name it enable. And when you want the weapon to stop dealing damage, so for example this one, you add notify and call it disable weapon. So now we've added the weapon, we've got our switching montage sorted, so we've got our animations. We need to actually set up the combo system for that weapon, which again is incredibly simple because it's all done based on weapon type. So we've got our 3 combo values here. So if we add a pin to each of these, you could set these as arrays if you like, but for purposes of demonstration, I've used selectors so we can see each entry. So now all we need to do is define which attacks we want to use. And as you remember, we've already set up the notifiers on the attacks, so it's a case of simply just dropping attack animations into this. So I'm going to make, and again, this is another cool feature of the system, is you can mix and match your montages. So I'm going to do axe attack 2 for its main. We're going to do the axe attack heavy for its second combo, and then we're going to do the combo heavy for the final hit. So now when we go into the game, we'll start playing, and we'll start off with our basic little sword with our cool little 3-hit combo, and we'll change to the axe, and again we've got a different 3-hit combo. And now when we change to the longsword, we've got yet another different 3-hit combo. And just to show you how automatic this all is, I'm going to go up. I've done nothing, no collision work, no nothing on this sword, and it will just hurt the enemies. It's already set up. All the animation notifiers are in place, and it just works. It's that simple. You can add a new weapon in a matter of minutes, complete with animations, and custom combos. And there we go. And because the weapon's longer, its reach is longer. So the only other two things we need to, well, couple things we need to worry about is we've got our combo attacks here. So let's add some to these. So these would be your heavy attacks and your weapon arts. So this is like your, I've called it super heavy attack, but this is essentially your weapon art in Dark Souls 3 terms. So let's do sword combo montage for that one, and for the heavy attack we'll do the axe axe 3. So now we should have our heavy and weapon art attacks mapped as well, and that's easy. It's that simple to create your own combos. So now we've got our regular sword combo, we've got our axe combo which does 3, and now we've got our bastard sword combo, which again is the same as the original sword, but I mean, like if you wanted a different attack, you just put your own in there. And then with our heavy attack, we've got the same. So let's go ahead and actually change that. So we got. Want to keep the combo on that one. And I want to change that to the axe attack heavy. So now when we right click or right trigger with that bastard sword equipped, we'll now do, there we go. So we've got our slashy combo, and now we've got our heavy attack all mapped. And again, like I said, the damage is just going to get done automatically. Oh, if I can actually hit the guy, let me target lock him. There we go. Oh god, he smacked me. And we've got that little bit of extra reach now with the longer sword, because like I say, the collision is pixel perfect. And we've got our rolling. Oh, our rolling and running into. Let's do a running attack. All right, Jeffrey. This guy is a bit eager for it. Come on then. Come at me, bruh. Oh, he's got it just a little bit. He's backed off a little bit now. But yeah, that you can see how really fucking simple it is to add stuff. And like as I say, now that we've set up the drawing animations, whenever we pull out a specific weapon, we pull it from the way you'd expect it. Oh god, he's coming at me. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. And while I'm blocking, I can't change weapon. Oh, he's just backed off just a little bit. You tasty little morsel. Let's give him the old... Come back here. And there we go. So we've added a new weapon. We've added a custom withdrawing equipping animation. We've set up the combos, and it is really that simple. So all you do is you just add in an extra pin to any of these things, set your new attack option, and away you go. So with this one, the plunging attack, it's just one specific plunging animation. And the same with rolling. So you've got your heavy and your super heavy here, you've got your 3-hit combo here, and you've got your rolling, running, and plunging attack, rolling and running attacks here. And our plunging attack is, where is our plunging attack? It's around here somewhere. Do plunging attack. Where's our plunging attack? Is it? Oh, that's how we get it. Ah, here we go. Here's our plunging attack. So we got our plunging attack animation, and that does its thing over here. So I will update that at some point, but you don't need to adjust that because they all run off the same plunging attack animation. So if you just wanted to change that, you could change it here and set it up exactly the same way that this is set up over here. So yeah, it's that simple. Just you drop a new weapon in, you just add it to the array here. The kit will take care of everything, the rest of it itself. you do the same with your equipping montages. So always remember, go from the one before it. So because sword is 0 and we're going to value 1, we want the axe in the value before it, if that makes sense, because we're going to go from 1 and then we're going to play montage 1 with that weapon equipped. So yeah, it's pretty much that straightforward. Like, I've added, in the space of a few minutes, we've added a new weapon, we've added a new animation for drawing it out, we've tied the drawing animations up to our weapon type, and we've created custom combos, which I think is pretty fucking cool. So we've got the combo for our bastard sword, and we've got, if we change out to our regular sword, you'll notice again, as I say, the combo is different. And again, if we change to our axe, the combo is once more different. As well as our weapon art with the axe. And we've got our weapon art with the sword. Got our heavy attack with the sword. And we've got our new basic combo. And in the space of a few minutes, we've just added a whole new weapon to the game, given it a whole new moveset and its own unique equipping animation. So yeah, it's that simple. This kit's going to be available very soon for you to purchase over on my itch page if you're interested. Obviously drop a like on the video, do subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will link a playable demo of this in the description down below if you want to have a go for yourself. So yeah, like, subscribe, all that jazz.